Welcome back into ABC7's More in the Morning. It's time now for our Healthy Living segment with personal trainer Eric Stratman from CrossFit Eng in Cape Coral. Now this morning he's getting us a little bit more on ways to reduce chronic pain in your back and lower body. Eric, first, good morning and happy Saturday.
Good morning, Jeff. Great to be on. I'm excited to be here. Definitely, this is something that we deal with on a regular basis with this neck pain and lower back pain and shoulders, and just looking to help out the viewers to feel a little bit better going into this holiday season.
So, of course, we got the holiday season. We're putting Halloween behind us. We're getting back in the gym and burning off all the chocolate and sugar calories. But I'm just going to pose the question first. Why do people experience neck and back pain?
So there's this epidemic, right? As we're here in a pandemic, that these devices have given us so much benefit, right, with our technology and our ways to communicate and just do day-to-day tasks. But in this position, as you can see, a lot of us are in all the time with our head down, we get this issue called text neck. It's the real thing, right? So we're looking down, or even at our workstations that we're working, looking down and our heads down during just a regular work day on a computer, and we have our head forward. So our cervical spine, our neck, is supposed to support our head. But when you have this, bowling ball essentially on top of your head, every 5 degrees you move your head forward, you're looking at applying more pressure to your neck and your back. So a lot of people have upper back and neck issues because they're hanging their head over the top of their spine instead of being on their spine. So, that quick fix is getting your phone or your laptop, those ergonomics up. But, again, this is something that is putting a lot of stress on the entire nervous system. You got this bundle of nerves coming out of your brain going through your neck, your cervical spine, and you're impinging that by putting your neck in the position opposite. It's supposed to have a reverse curve, and we put a forward curve on it on a regular basis. So this is something that, we see is a big issue, especially in younger folks that have just always had that phone and they're looking at it in their lap. So we want to definitely get people to just kind of get their head up, start looking more forward, but again, not impinging that.
And Eric, what are some exercises, of course, for individuals that are at home and, most of their day is spent in front of a computer or maybe on their phone? What can they do maybe at home to kind of help with some of this posture or maybe reduce some of the pain?
Yeah, you're hitting the nail on the head talking about posture. So this is a, positioning error, right? So if we're using our devices, are we using them straight in front of us? It doesn't seem like it's that exciting. Even if you're in a seated position and you're looking at your phone straight forward, that your head position's there. And again, is it that important, to your health that you're in that poor position where we want to have our head in a position where we're going to stop impinging those nerves and causing a lot of neurological and physical issues through that. Another thing we like to do is say in the morning, when you lay on the edge of your bed, if you just turn yourself to the side and let your head hang off of your bed, you're going to get that opposite effect from leaning that head forward. So you're in that position where you're stretching all of that interior muscle on your neck. So you're allowing all that has been contracted all day long and letting it stretch out, and doing that even at night before bed is going to help. But also, again, every single day, it's getting into that good position of when you're on your laptop, when you're on your phone, are you putting your head in that neutral position to make sure you're maximizing your health while you're on your devices? Didn't think that, this could be that much of an issue against your health, but man, we're seeing some big issues, but hopefully this is going to be very helpful to you guys.
And Eric, it's absolutely helpful. Excuse me. Of course, as we, have people working from home and, they aren't in work and they have more kind of strain on their neck and lower body. We want to thank Eric Stratman from CrossFit Eng in Cape Coral talking to us about some lower body pain and neck pain. Time now for our Healthy Living segment with personal trainer Eric Stratman from CrossFit Eng in Cape Coral. Now this morning he's getting us more on ways to reduce chronic pain in the back and also lower body. So Eric, we want to say good morning and happy Saturday. How are you feeling today?
Man, a lot better, got that information about the neck. But I'll tell you what, man, I'm a lover of Chipotle as well. So, what if I just order that? Can I get it for just 2-for-1 for myself.
I don't know exactly how that whole thing, is working. This morning was the first time I had heard about it, but I think, they're trying to introduce single people, with the dating app Hinge, and you basically can match yourselves based off of some food, which is actually pretty creative. I think you and I both would have liked, something like that back in, of course, our single days. We're turning now, of course, to working out. You want to burn, you want to burn the Chipotle and all those calories off from the guacamole. But one thing you're talking about this morning is something that people are doing on their phones with their necks and their lower bodies, and they can really strain their neck and lower body, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And going to, feeding off of the first segment that we talked about, where our head position is with our phone or our computer, that we get that internal rotation, that we're in that bad position that doesn't allow our shoulders and our head to sit where it's supposed to, really affects everyday function. Because again, as we said, that bundle of nerves comes out of your brain and goes right down the cervical spine and your neck, and you impinge that when you have that forward curve. But the other thing we're looking at now is that lower back issue. So we spend a lot of our days right in this position, sitting on the computer, on the phone, no matter how our upper body is. We can't deny that being in the seated position, what it does is it shortens all of the anterior hip tissue here, all of this tissue that sits. So when we stand up and that's got to extend over our pelvis, we tend to have lower back issues. And people are like, oh, well, what do I need to do? What do I need to take? How do I need to do it? Well, for one, it's get up and move around, right? We want to see you get up at least once an hour, move around a lot. So this enables you to keep the blood flowing and not to be sedentary in that spot. But I have this mat here that I want you to think about what we call a couch stretch. So picture this, your couch or plus chair, and you're going to put your knee on a pillow on the ground and sit up nice and tall. And what this is actually going to do is stretch that thigh, that hip flexor, and allow that tissue to elongate that we've had in that shortened position for so long, and allow to alleviate that lower back. What do you think? Is that going to help you out, Jeff?
I think so. I mean, and it's also, of course, a lot of people are looking at this and they might say to themselves, well, I don't have a bench at home, and this is something that I can't do. I mean, you can substitute the bench for maybe your bed, and then, of course, you have your carpet underneath. There are certain ways to stretch your lower back out, of course, using, it could even be a couch at some point like that. And make sure that even if you're at home working, yes, you can stretch out everything in your body so you don't have that, I don't know if there's a definition for it, but that texting little neck, posture type thing. And you can make sure that you're staying as healthy as possible. Now, we want to thank Eric, of course, for hopping on this morning for a couple segments and talking to us a little bit about, some of the neck and lower body pain that might be associated with working from home. A lot more coming up with him, of course, in the upcoming weeks as we approach the holiday season.